Hello and welcome to my Luminosity Yoga project. My name is Anya, and I've created this series of videos to help you embody the current astrological energies related to the monthly lunar phase, understanding maybe what they are, how to balance them, how to work them, so that they can support you in your personal growth on your path, so you can actually become more fully embodied in them. And this particular new moon is a new moon in Virgo, and I have the moon in Virgo, so I'm very much looking forward to this new moon, which takes place either on the 6th or the 7th of September 2021, here in Berlin, where I am located here. I'm here today in Tiergarten, where I record or have recorded most of my videos so far. It will be on the 7th of September. Virgo is an earth sign, and it is mutable earth. So it has to do, or is related to the planet Mercury. There are two signs related to Mercury. One of them is Gemini, and the other one is Virgo. So where Gemini is more concerned with gathering information, and not so much about distinguishing where it's from or how much is good. Virgo is a lot more about discernment and actually deciding what information is useful and what is not. And as it is being related to discernment, this is also to do with the small intestine, the function of the small intestine, the other intestines, and some scriptures also say to the gallbladder and pancreas. It is productive, active, and can sometimes, or there needs to be an awareness of that energy not becoming too obsessive or excessively mental, and in that way actually aggravating our nervous energy. So in order to avoid that dissipation of energy, it's very beneficial to ground, to relax, and to really take some deep breaths in order to reconnect with yourself and with your central awareness, central experience of life. This particular new moon in Virgo is builds a trine, like a triangle, to the planet Uranus, and Uranus being in Taurus throughout the entire cycle of 2021. Uranus being the sign of change, ruling also the nervous system. It's a little bit like a higher octave of the planet Mercury. So it's a bit of an increase in that explosive energy, maybe a tendency towards excess, or kind of taking things a little too far, becoming slightly obsessive. So in order to avoid that, it's very beneficial to focus on a step-by-step approach, which is more a Taurus-like approach, going slowly, again, grounding yourself in a sensual experience of life, in the learning process, doing the work that you need to do, and focusing on detail without getting lost in the detail. So the value of effort and not necessarily the value of outcome. And each sign, of course, always has like a sign that's opposite on the wheel, like an elemental opposite. So Virgo being mutable earth, its opposite is Pisces, mutable water. So where with Virgo the values and the effort, and Pisces, it's about not needing any effort, that love, actually, especially universal love, or just the love to everything, doesn't take any effort. So that might be another important idea. Where is that balance on actually enjoying or appreciating effort, and where is the time to let go and really just being available to what wants to come through on this path. And one thing that came to mind when I was thinking about this was, for me, David Whyte's poem. And I just want to quote a few lines from this poem. He's an Irish poet. You might want to look him up. Whyte, that's Whyte. And it says, start, close in. Then take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in. The step you don't want to take. So another thing that might be valuable as advice, taking the steps we don't want to take, that we may have put off, the attention to detail that we dread, and just maybe picking up on that and remembering those. While the bigger picture might be difficult to see in this particular lunar cycle, yeah, it is important to stay with the present moment and not to get trapped in the mind and the opinions of the mind and the judgment. Virgo can be very critical, very judgmental towards itself and others. So another aspect of a new moon is that the planet Mercury, which is in Libra, is about to enter its shadow period. So the shadow period is the period that Mercury travels through before it goes retrograde, and again during the retrograde, and then when it turns direct again. So this is 10 degrees of Libra, and this will be pretty much exact on a day or after the day of the new moon. So all this period from the new moon onwards until the 26th of September, that's when Mercury actually goes retrograde and then goes stations direct again on the 18th of October. So this whole period from now until the 18th of October is a period we go over once direct, then backwards, and then we will start to go over direct again. So all these themes that come up are very important to pay attention to, and to actually see how they lead us into the future, and possibly a future where we don't have so much direct impact, or maybe the path actually just wants to be communicated and come through without our will. Again, just making ourselves more available and applying ourselves in our effort of the day to day. The first step, the step that we need to take, we might not want to take. And asanas that are beneficial for Mercury are flow sequences, generally speaking, a moderate pace, also changing up our practice, such as not to get bored with that very mercurial aspect of the mind. And at the same time, things that open shoulders, arms, neck, and promote flexibility in general. Same time, very much it's important to pay attention to calming the nervous system. So seated postures, twists, also lying down, often supine postures being on the stomach might be very beneficial as they calm the nervous system, and pranayama practices. So let's get started. We just start by sitting and grounding ourselves. So just take a moment to shrug the shoulders up, deep inhale. And then slowly bring them down on the exhale. Again, shrug them up. And bring them down. Once again, shrug them up. And bring them down, and then start to rotate the shoulders front and up on the inhale, back and down on the exhale. You can close your eyes or keep them open, whatever feels good. And then just changing the direction. And backing up on your inhale, front and down on the exhale. And then resting your hands, your palms on your thighs or knees, closing your eyes. And the mudra is bringing the thumb and the little finger together. So you can do that right now. That's the Mercury mudra. Taking a moment to curl the tailbone, the pelvic floor, in and up. Holding the breath for a moment. Bring the chin towards the chest. And then releasing that on your exhale and just feeling the connection from your perineum to the ground underneath you. It might be difficult to locate the perineum. It's between the sexual organs and the anus. If that's hard to locate, you can also take the coccyx, the tailbone, to connect with the ground underneath. So on your inhale, imagine fresh air, fresh oxygen, fresh energy coming into the body from the earth underneath you. And on your exhale, just release any tension, stress, and also the energies of other people that may have accumulated over the previous days or weeks, giving your permission for them to leave. And just repeating that. Moving fresh energy into the body on your inhale from the earth underneath you, and then releasing stress, tension, and the energies of other people on your exhale. And thanking the earth in your mind for absorbing that energy and for providing fresh energy and a slower frequency for you. Helping your mind to slow down. And just let the next few inhales move up your spine, bringing oxygen energy to the spinal cord. And again, removing stress and tension from there and the energies of others. No matter how good the relationship is to these other people and their energies, they're of no use for you, for your own truth to be found. So it's very important to release those energies. The next inhale, bring it all the way up to the crown of the head. Imagine the crown of the head opening like a lid, and then just connecting from there to the universe above you. You can imagine a cord, beam of light. And then on your inhale, just feel that energy streaming into the crown from above. And again, on every exhale, just removing tension, tiredness, the energies of other people. So bringing in energy on your inhale through the crown into the body from above. And on your exhale, releasing whatever is no longer conducive for your growth. And as you breathe in through the crown, just feel that grounding, that connection to the earth underneath you at the same time. And find your seat between heaven and earth. Take 3 deep breaths through both ends. The perineum and the crown on your inhale. Bring it to the heart center, the center of your chest. And then exhale gently through the heart. 3 times. You feel these 2 energies mingle in your center and create a new energy. It helps you open the heart. And open your eyes. Bring your arms up on your inhale. And then on your exhale, bring your arms down, palms facing the ground. As you inhale, move the arms up. Your gaze wherever it's comfortable for your neck. And then exhale, just moving the palms the other direction, facing down. Deep inhale. Bring the palms, the arms up. And exhale, bring them down. We're going to do 3 more times, but this time on the inhale, we bring the arms up. And then on the exhale, hands together in front of the heart. Do it again. Deep inhale. And then bringing the arms down on our exhale. And on the third one, we're just going to hum or chant 1 round of on deep inhale. And just take a moment, just feel the thumbs resting it against your chest bone. Bring your chin towards your chest and set an intention. So something relating to this new moon in Virgo theme. It can be something of personal value to you or as a suggestion. Just to stay and focus on the process instead of the outcome. Bring that into the body with your breath. Releasing on your exhale and just rub your hands together. And then just bring your hands to your belly, just under the belly button, and then just move them very slowly in a circle up and then down on the left side, coming up on the right side, and slowly circling out. Yeah, so we very gently just move in the digestive system here, the colon, going in the direction of a natural cycle of the large intestine. So here on that liver side, ascending colon, and then on the spleen side, descending colon. So right side of your body, liver side, ascending, left side of your body, descending colon. And then while you might be busy in your head, we're just going to take a moment to shake the forehead. Do it gently, quite fast, and breathe deeply. Breathing through the nose as you do this. Can bring thumbs and the little finger together for the mudra. Letting go of the jaw. And then coming to standstill, taking a deep inhale. And bring the exhale all the way down into the pelvis, really gently pulling the pelvic floor and the belly in and up. Releasing on your inhale, bringing the breath up to the third eye. And exhaling down into the pelvis. Again, gentle pull of pelvic floor and belly in and up. Last time, inhaling, releasing that, bringing the breath up to the third eye. And exhale down and anchoring behind the belly button. Just releasing that. And now we're going to gently nod our head, gently back and forth. And again, long deep breaths. And you can take that Mercury mudra, thumb and little finger together as you do this. Again, slow deep breaths. Keep breathing long, deeply. And then come back to center. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, open your eyes. And we're just going to do one more movement where we engage the breath and also the chin this time. And this time we're going to in and exhale through the mouth, which is quite rare because it usually dissipates energy rather than helps us build energy. But in this case, we want to relax the jaw and help our nervous system calm down. So just grab your front shin with both hands. And then as you inhale, you bring the chest front and also the chin front. Looks a bit stupid. Imagine like one of these fish. There's these fish that have this kind of jaw. So just bring that forward. And then really sit on your exhale, rounding the back. And then exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, bringing the chin forward. Exhale, relaxing the jaw and the chin. And it's also good for Virgo. Can be very serious. So just to not take ourselves too seriously as we do this. speed up a little bit. Three more times. And release. And then just come up on all fours. Oh no, sorry. First of all, we're gonna also on all fours, but we're just gonna bring the feet front and about sitting bones or hip width distance. Bring your arms behind you. Just gonna come into inverted tabletop, and so we just come into inverted tabletop, and on an inhale, we release and lower our sacrum, our pelvis, and on the exhale, we bring it up. And in an exhaling through the nose now. Really feeling the hands and the feet pushing into the ground, releasing the pelvis and then giving it some energetic push up. The head can just go parallel to the sky or the ceiling. And only if your head is very good, you can just kind of, or your neck is very healthy, you can let the head release a bit more. Otherwise, just make sure that the neck is comfortable as you do this. And then on the next one, just stay up. Just breathe here for a couple of deep breaths. Smiling. It's beautiful here. Connecting with the present moment, really feeling the breath, the feet, and the air. And then just coming back down. Come front now on all fours, so the opposite direction. And we're going to rotate the hips, but also we're going to move the whole body. So we're going to do it in a clockwise direction. Bring in the right hip to the right wrist, and then moving the pelvis back. Bring the left hand to the left wrist, and continuing in this motion. And make sure that you do it in a way that works for your body. So you can do that very small. They can be much smaller, just more up here, or you can really lower the groins towards the ground and towards your wrists. So just making sure it suits your body, suits your level of flexibility, that you're not going to hurt your lower back or your groins. Yeah, so just always being very attentive to the detail in your own body and in your own physical state of being when you practice. Yeah, so the deep listening to your needs is essential. Just taking a moment here, just rounding the back, just pushing the floor away, and then we're just going to change sides. So we're going to go anti-clockwise now. Deep in and exhales. And last one. Very good. And again, just doing a round back, just pushing the floor away. And releasing the chin, the jaw, then tuck your toes under. Bring your forehead to the ground. Spread your fingers widely. And then engage your arms, your hands, come up, round back on all fours, and then exhale, come down into downward facing dog. And then walk a little bit on the spot. You can bend one knee, bring the other heel towards the ground. You can play with the distance of your feet. You can, of course, move your head or maybe also the chest a little bit. Just see what feels good, what helps you. Connect to your body. Move towards your hands. Stay in a forward bend. Keep your knees slightly bent. Grab your elbows from below. And just take a few deep in and exhales here. Shifting your weight onto the front of the feet. You can keep your knees bent as much as you like to. Again, deep in and exhales. Feeling the earth, feeling the ground underneath you. So relaxing the soles of the feet. Yeah, all these little details. If you feel them cramping, see if you can let them breathe. Imagine breathing in and out through the feet. And then you can just sway a little bit from left to right with the upper body. Shaking the head yes or no gently. Letting go of your arms. And also again, releasing the jaw, just pucker the lips and just go. Do that 2 more times. Releasing any tension. Bend the knees, slowly roll up, 1 vertebra at a time. Bring your arms up on your inhale. Bring your hands in front of your heart on your exhale. And inhale, bringing your arms up. Deep exhale, coming into forward fold. You can bend your knees here. Inhale, bend your knees, long back. Ground your hands next to the feet. Step back with your left foot. Feet hip-width distance. So make sure it's a comfortable distance. Bend the back knee slightly, slowly come up. Warrior 1, or rather high lunge variation of the warrior. So making sure your back is not straining. Only straighten the back knee if that feels okay for the groin in the back. Bringing the arms out to the sides. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, bringing the elbows towards each other. Inhale, opening. And exhale, bringing the elbows towards each other. Deep inhale, opening. Exhale, bringing them towards each other. And again, inhale, opening. And now twisting from the waist towards the thigh. Deep inhale here. Opening the arms on the exhale. Bringing the front hand onto the ground. Deep inhale. And then just moving that upper wrist. Both directions, just circling. You can move the fingers. Bring the hand down, deep inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg just as much as is comfortable, looking back. Inhale, bending. Exhale, straightening as much as you can. And keep that back heel off the ground without straining, not hurting the hamstrings. Inhale, straighten. 1 last time. Exhale. Inhale, bend the front knee and then stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming into plank. And knees, chest and chin. Grounding through your feet, bringing the hands where the ribs start, rolling the shoulders back, come into small cobra. And if your neck is if your neck and your back are fine, just coming into a higher cobra. Only if that's accessible. Do not strain. Deep inhale. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, come up on all fours or come back into plank or back in one piece into downward facing dog. Again, just make sure you adapt according to your needs. Inhale, bring your left leg up. Exhale, left leg. Front, hip width distance, feet. Inhale, bring your arms up. Now we're just going to do a slight variation. So now on the inhale, we bring the fingers together. And exhale, we bring the elbows together. But we do that facing front. Inhale, fingers together. And exhale, elbows towards each other. They don't need to touch. Deep inhale, in front of a chest. Deep exhale, elbows together. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. And bring the arms out like goalposts or cactus. Turn towards your thigh. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Deep inhale. Again, checking your back leg. You can also put the knee on the ground. And exhale, just opening the arms. Just really feel, just breathe in with all your body. And then bringing the front hand on the ground. And again, just circling that upper wrist. And move the fingers as well. Bring in the hand down, deep inhale. Straighten the front leg on your exhale. Move the hands back a little bit. You can look back, relax the head. Back heel is off the ground. Inhale, bending the front knee. And exhale. Straightening, but only as much as is accessible to you. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Then deep inhale. Bend the front knee. Exhale. Step the back foot in. Just coming into forward fold. And then bend your knees half forward bend. So just keep your back long so the chin is tilted forward slightly. So you keep a long neck. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And just connecting again with your intention. Deep listening. And being more interested in the step-by-step process than the outcome. So deep inhale, bring your arms up. Deep exhale, bring in the arms down, forward fold. Inhale, half forward bend. So now again we step the left foot back, both feet on the same line. And now we put the back foot flat on the ground, as if for the warrior two. So the toes face in slightly, so it's not quite 90 degrees, it's a little bit less. So just coming up on your inhale. Back toes facing front a bit. Straighten the front leg. Exhale. Deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we bring the front arm on the thigh and the other arm diagonally up. And we repeat. Do that 3 times. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, and then as you come up now on the inhale, next exhale, come into Trikonasana, into triangle. Maybe you want to step in the back foot slightly. Inhale here, and then exhale, coming into your triangle. There's many variations. You can use a block. Again, make sure that it suits your body, and really breathing deeply into the sides of the body. See if you can really breathe as much space, but keep your lower back long. So move the tailbone down. You can actually place your hand on the tailbone, move it down, and the crown of the head in the opposite direction. So fill the lower back with your breath. Do not compromise your lower back or your breath. Bring your arm up if you like. Deep in and exhale. And then inhale, you can actually now round the upper side. So you're really extending here, and then exhale, bring the arm all the way back. Again, we do that 2 more times. Inhale, rounding. And exhale, bring it back. One last time. And exhale, bringing it back. Look at your front foot. Come up on your inhale. And again, step back on your exhale. And then coming into a plank. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga as you wish. Then inhale, coming into small or higher cobra. And exhale, release. Just take a moment to place one hand on top of the other. Release your head and roll the feet out and just relax the lower back. And deepen in exhales. And then bringing the hands under your chest, come into child's pose. So just really make sure you can keep the knees as wide as the mat or quite close to each other, whatever feels good for the lower back. And then rest. Forehead on the ground, really relaxing. Taking deep breaths, bringing the inhale towards the third eye that's resting on the ground. And the exhale all the way down the back of the body into the pelvic region. And bring the arms front again and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg front. Again, as if for warrior two, just place that back foot flat on the ground, back toes facing in a little bit. Deep inhale coming up. So we inhale, look at the front, middle finger, exhale, bring the forearm on the thigh, the other arm above. Inhale, looking at the front hand. And then exhale, bending knee and arm, bringing the top arm above your head. One more time, deep inhale, looking at your front middle finger, and then exhale, coming into side angle. Preparing then for Trikonasana coming up, just bringing the back foot in a little bit. Inhale again, just tilting here, keeping that lower back straight. So place your hand on your coccyx, your tailbone, and just move it away from the crown, just finding a very long back and neck, and then just bring your top arm up if that feels good. Otherwise, keep it on your tailbone. Breathe deeply. And then inhale, bring that top arm up, and then just rounding here and the side, so really opening the rib cage on that side. And exhale, bring the arm back, so like slight contraction. Inhale, opening on the side of the body, and exhale, bring it back. And again, always just paying attention to your own body. And exhale, look at your front foot, come up on your inhale, and again just come back, and this time into downward facing dog on your exhale. Come down on your knees. Interlace your arms, your hands behind your back. Place your forehead on the ground. Bring your arms up. Again, breathing deeply. You can bring the hands together, but only if that's accessible to you. It strains my shoulders, so I am attentive here. It's up to you what feels good. Just making sure you work with your body and its limitations. One last deepen and exhale. And then very slowly rolling up. And then just sitting back and straightening the legs. Inhale, bringing the arms up. One of the prime asanas, Paschimottanasana. So a forward, seated forward bend. Inhale, bringing your arms up. Exhale, coming front. Bending forward, and see on your inhale, keep your hands on the ground if you can actually lengthen the back. And then exhale, just pay attention to grounding the legs. Maybe just stay here, maybe you can move down further. Just keep breathing and ground the back of the legs as you exhale. Finding length in the spine on the inhale. Close your eyes as you do this. Very good, and inhale coming up. And then exhale, just sliding forward on your mat so you can actually come down onto your back. And we're going to practice the breath of fire here. So that's an active in and exhaling through your nose. And we're going to keep the knees a little bit apart and bring our head up and then start the breath of fire as we come up. Take a deep inhale. Pause the breath for a moment, lower your head. Keep the chin towards the chest, pelvic floor in and up. And then release on your exhale. So slide your hands under your buttocks or just where your buttocks is not on the floor just yet. And then bring one knee into the chest, straighten the other one, and then exhale, change sides. You can either keep your eyes open, just keep your gaze relaxed, or you just close them and breathe in and change on the exhale. You can speed it up or just keep it slow. Breathing through the nose. Always paying attention to the lower back, so making sure you don't hurt the lower back. Listening deeply to your body, to its needs. And one more time. Bring both knees into the chest and just gently rock from side to side. And then release the legs, coming into Shavasana, short Shavasana. And if you like, you can place something on the middle of the body, so some weight here in the pelvic area will help your body relax and let go. And of course, your mind will follow. Just bring the attention to your heels and just feel where your heels meet the ground underneath. Same for your calves. Just feel where the calves meet the ground or the space in between. back of the thighs meeting the ground, or just feel the space in between. And feel the back of your pelvis actually meeting the ground or the space in between. Your shoulder blades on the ground, back of your elbows, the space between them and the ground, and the back of your wrists and the space between them and the ground underneath. Feel the occiput where the neck goes into the skull, that area, the lowest part of the back of your head. Feel that and the space between the occiput and the ground. And the highest point of the back of the head and the ground. And feel from the top of the head all the way down the front of the body to the toes. Just feel that as one layer. And let it melt into the back of the body. And just feel the back of the body melting into the ground underneath. Take a deep in and exhale. If you need to rest longer, just stay here, switch off the video, switch off the sound. Start to move your hands and feet. Place the feet onto the mat in front of you, or onto your favorite side into fetus position. Taking a deep breath here, just feeling the ground underneath, coming up with your eyes closed. Just place one hand under the belly button, the other one into the center of your heart. Taking some deep breaths, and again just feeling the connection to the ground, the sky, and to the heart center. Think about something that you are thankful for today. Just feel that in your heart, that sense of gratitude. Let that feeling spread across the entire body, across every cell of your body. And I make a commitment to moving step by step in this lunar cycle, the lunar cycle of Virgo. Listening deeply, keeping an open mind, and applying yourself to the work that needs to be done. Being more interested in the effort you're making than in the outcome. Bringing your hands together in front of a heart, and we're going to seal our practice with one round of Om. Take a deep exhale and inhale. I'm dedicating the fruits or the merits of my practice to all beings without one exception. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. And if you have enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe, share it with your friends or people who might be interested in my series of yoga and astrology, Luminosity Yoga. I also offer personal yoga sessions and energy treatment sessions with Acuenergetics and personal consultations. You find all the information on my website, which you can see here on the video or in the show notes. And please feel free to contact me. I'd also very much enjoy a comment, feedback, and whatever else you might want to share with me relating to yoga and astrology. Thank you. Namaste. Enjoy this lunar cycle in Virgo.